Hey everybody, with the 2020 Pennsylvania Archery Opener fast approaching and all the excitement that comes with that, now's the time of year where I really like to take a deep dive into my gear and my setup, from clothing to my food plots to my tree stand setups and down to my backpack, which is kind of what I'm doing now, getting everything organized. I want to introduce you, if you have not seen it already, to probably what I think is the most exciting piece of gear to hit the whitetail market in some time. This is the new tool belt from Sitka, new to their whitetail line in 2020. I wanted to just quickly run through some of these features that I think make this pack the best on the market, and I really think this will make me a better hunter from an organizational standpoint, and just the ease of use, the extra things that I'll be able to carry with me. I normally run kind of a bigger backpack. It's a little bit bulky, especially when you get in the tree, and really honestly couldn't carry all the gear that I wanted to and keep it organized. I kind of always found myself reaching deep in the pocket to find a grunt call or something that had fallen down in or kind of come dislodged from where I wanted it in the first place. But let's just take a deep dive into this pack real quick. So right off the bat, the front of this pack can be worn either on the front if you're just kind of standing, glassing, taking a break, really anything on the way into the stand. I will probably be wearing it something like this on the way in. Sits nice and high on the hips, nice and comfortable padding on the inside. But let's go ahead and look at some of these features. Right off the bat, what I didn't like about this pack at first, when I saw it online especially, was 2 cup holders. I kind of thought that was a little bit excessive. I guess maybe during the early season you may take 2 Nalgene's into the stand, but I really thought it was a little bit excessive until I thought about maybe keeping a grunt call in here, keeping a rattle bag in here, or anything along those lines. Like Sitka always does, though, they've thought of everything. Both of these cup holders are detachable. If you want to carry one, or honestly, you can, if you don't need to carry water or anything like that, you can carry no cup holders, and this thing is really small and compact and lightweight. Quiet open clasp here on the front. This pack can be accessed like this through the front, or what I think is the neatest feature, especially if you're wearing the pack like this, they have a zip open, quiet connect little lid on top. That is a really cool feature, and what I think sets this apart from any fanny pack out there, along with some other features that I'm about to show you. But if you got stuff down in here that, you know, binos, or anything like that that you need to access on the way into the stand, or when you're standing still, or just right when you get into the stand. If you have a beanie in there that you like to put on when you get in there, gloves, it's all right here before you hang your pack up. One other thing that I thought may hinder this pack from making it into my setup this year was it's just so small, and I don't always like to wear a heavy jacket into the stand, so I need a way to carry that jacket, and Sitka thought of that too. There is a mesh bag that pops out. These obviously connect back here, and you'd be wearing this on your back on the way in. But it's kind of a camo laundry bag that has some cinch straps on the front, that if you need to carry rain gear or any kind of heavier jacket as the season progresses, they've got a way for you to do that. Nice and lightweight, straps to the back, and allows you to kind of turn a fanny pack into a full all-day pack. Just like the cup holders, easily removable. If it's hot or it's a nice day and you don't have to worry about the weather, carrying a bunch of other gear in, just leave that at home, and you are super compact and lightweight. This thing is just so cool. Really, if you can see that, there's a lot of interior pockets, probably 5 or 6 different pockets. In the back, nice tight little mesh pocket where I'll probably be storing cell phone, keys. Keeps your keys nice and tight to the back, so they're not jingling going in, making a bunch of racket. I've got just a little Magpul DACA envelope here, 6x9 inch, that keeps all my license in, zip ties, pens, watertight. All your tags are right here because we got to follow the law. So that'll help you when you get an animal down. Really, in the interior pocket on the side for a knife, I like to carry 2 knives normally, gutting gloves, beanie, extra gloves, anything like that, saw that you'd like to take into the stand, rattle bag. They've really got all kinds of space in here. When I get to the stand with this pack, there's really 2 ways to do it. I've got a kind of a big oak tree here that's a little bit bigger than most of the trees I'm going to be hanging stands in this year. So once you get to your stand, metal O-ring right here in the top. I'll probably just place a metal step or a bow hook right on my tree. The pack can sit nice and tight to the tree. When you're standing in your stand, everything is easily accessible. Extra room for sandwiches, a thermos of coffee. You can keep all of your gear right here so that you're not elbow deep in there searching for a call or making a bunch of noise whenever those deer are kind of at a heightened sense. Don't want to be making a bunch of noise. You can also, like I said, buckle this around the tree to keep it really tight up against the tree. A couple of other features that this pack has when you're wearing it around the hip or even when it's sitting in the tree, these small little zipper pouches on the side where I'll probably keep a release on the way in on my right side in case I do see a deer walking in, need to draw my bow. On the left side, I've got my headlight in there, or an extra knife, or really anything you want to keep in here. Nice little pouch there, another mesh pocket on the interior of that. Cool little feature right here on the side. They actually have a little stretchy mini pouch that for windicator powder, which I like to use to check the wind really all day. I can't say enough about this bag. They have thought about absolutely everything when making this, really geared toward the archery whitetail hunter, a piece of gear that I'm super excited about implementing into my setup this year. And for any hardcore or really beginner whitetail archery hunter out there, I think this pack would help you stay organized and honestly become a better hunter. So check out the new tool belt from Sitka. Like I said, new to their line in 2020. Very excited about this, and I think you will be too.